back. How are you feeling today? And did you do the activity I shared last session where we discussed about where you are right now and where you want to be?
Yeah, hi, I'm doing great. I'm glad I'm back here again. And yeah, my week went pretty well. It was the usual routine.
Right.
And about the activity, yes, I did give it a try, and I'm really glad I did it.
Right. That's great. I'm so glad you tried it. Can we discuss more about it? What you did and how you did it?
Sure. So I think when I started writing it down, that is where I am right now. It was very easy in the beginning because I was able to relate and even write down where I am currently. But when I started thinking and trying to bridge where I want to be, is where it got a little scary for me, where I got a little bit stuck.
Right.
Because it felt really difficult to imagine myself 5 years from now. And I think 5 years from now, I want to be someone who's calm and confident. But I just don't think it's possible for me to reach that. So that's where I felt very tensed and worried when that thought came to me.
Right. So I'm so glad you wrote it down. Sometimes writing it down helps us remember clearly and it gives us clarity. So could you please tell me more about what part you felt the most stuck and why was it so hard for you to imagine in that way?
Yeah, so the part where I got stuck was when I started writing where I want to be. Because it felt like that was a totally different person. I was not able to align with the person I want to be in the future. So that's where I got really stuck. And like I told, it almost felt impossible for me to reach there. So that part was very hard for me.
Right. So you felt stuck in that part because you couldn't imagine that where you would be in the next 5 years.
Yeah.
And while writing that, did you see any bodily changes? Sometimes when we write, we feel that way while imagining as well.
While writing where I want to be, yes, I did feel a lot of bodily changes because I got really tensed in that moment. So there was a lot of fear, and I think my shoulders got really tight. My stomach felt very weird. You know, when we're scared, there's this lump in our throat and our stomach feels
Right.
weird.
Yeah.
So I felt that. And all my muscles just got really tight, and I felt like I got really tensed when I had to think about where I want to be.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So our body remembers our experiences, right? We feel it. We know that this experience, is there. That's why maybe when you said you felt tensed, you felt a little tight in your shoulders. So you might remember that in way. What we are aiming for right now is a more grounded version of you, and something that you can connect to and align to. So let's take a little bit of pause and remind ourselves that. You're comfortable? All right. I want you to remind that we are aiming for a grounded version of you rather than a perfect version, which aligns with you and which is there with you. So that is where grounding comes in. So grounding is where when we use when we feel too much, we want to pause in that moment, and we want to align with our thoughts, our maybe our body, like in that way. So I want you to tell me, like there are some of the groundings I'll tell you. That like 3 types of groundings, which is tactile, which we feel something physical. There's sensory from our 5 senses, right? And there's mental, which we think about as well. So maybe it can help you with a particular cue, like in these kind of things, which helps you keep more grounded.
Okay.
So anything you relate to in these 3?
I think I like touching something when
Right.
I like when I'm calm. When I want to be calm, it'll be better. Or I like when I have something to hold on to and just touch and feel it.
Right. What do you do usually when you feel too much? You feel you worry too much, or you just want to calm down? Anything you other than that you do?
So usually I prefer sleeping when I'm just having a lot of thoughts and when I'm totally confused.
Right.
Or when I'm totally tensed and worried, I just feel like if I sleep, I'll feel much better and maybe calm and I just forget what happened.
Right.
So mostly I like sleeping, I think just warming myself up with a blanket and just feeling comfortable.
Right. So that's great that you have already something that calms you down, that keeps you grounded, which is sleeping. That is your version. And sleeping can be classified into physical form, right? But you cannot sleep everywhere. So maybe something else, like for example, touching your feet on the ground, or holding your hand to your chest, or um, listening to your breathing, and maybe like carrying something with you.
Actually, I do have a teddy bear, like a soft I kept with me.
Right.
But honestly, I've never used it for that. It's just there. But I think from now onwards, maybe I can hold on to it, maybe feel and touch it, so I can try to calm myself.
Right. Great. I'm so glad that you have something that grounds you. So let's use that with a little more awareness now, right? So whenever there's a hard moment or some moment that you feel worry, you just gently take your teddy bear, like you mentioned, and you can say that this is a hard moment, but I have something that grounds me now, and something that I have, even if it's small, it may help you.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, I will definitely try that.
Right. And can we also try naming the moment as well? Like for example, reset.
I like the word reset.
Right. So when something happens, you can say that, okay, I'm gonna reset at this moment because I have something to ground me as well. For in your case, it's a teddy bear.
Okay. So I think every time I use the word reset, I can try to like take a pause and calm myself. Will that be okay?
Yeah, that would be all right.
Okay, great. I'll definitely give it a try.
Right. So now let's gently test the part where you felt, that was too hard to reach in your future with your current self.
Okay.
Right. So could you tell me more about that?
So, like I told, when I started writing about it, it just felt like I'll never be able to reach there, or it is something I cannot change anymore.
Right.
It just feels like very impossible for me to reach there.
Right. So, old patterns come from, previous experiences, right? So let's test that. Is there any part or any situation you were in, your past that you've felt that I couldn't do this, but you did?
I don't recollect of much, but I think there was this one college incident where
Right.
I had to, I think, speak or like give a speech in an event, and it was very scary, but in the end, I somehow managed it, and I did pretty well.
So, what was your first thought during that time? Your first thought, like you couldn't do it, or something else?
I was very nervous because I was not somebody who's like very outspoken. It took me time, and I'd actually prepared a lot, but I was very scared and I wasn't that confident. But later on stage, I somehow managed and got it done.
So exactly, you somehow managed in that moment, right? But previously you felt that you couldn't do it when you wanted to. So fixating on the fact that, or being on that fact that you couldn't do it, it's not completely true, is it?
Yeah, in this is correct. It's actually not true. I was actually able to change it.
Right. So, from now onwards, you can say that whenever you're in that situation, you can probably say that, okay, you're not in that way, like you're not there yet, but you're taking slow steps to reach. And that's how you will reach that kind and collected and calm version of yourself, because you're taking those small steps.
I think I could try that. So it's not like I want to change also and I'm not feeling stuck also. I can definitely try that. Right.
So from now onwards, I want you to try this in your interview rounds. Whenever you go through your interview rounds, you have this thought in your mind, right?
Sure. I'll definitely give it a try.
All right. So now that we have discussed about what your body reacts to and what you're thinking, let's go on to the emotional side. What you're feeling. So how are you feeling about interviews now?
I think I'm still a little bit scared.
Right.
And more than scared, there's a lot of frustration and irritation, and it's just like a cycle. It's like it just keeps happening again and again. So I want to get rid of that.
Right. Often multiple times when we are feeling frustrated, it leads to patterns as well, and it leads to us feeling that way. So as discussed in previous session, we can do emotional wheel. We can try out emotional wheel where we label those emotions. So when you label them, you'll know that why are you feeling stuck and what you can do as well. You can name that emotion.
Okay.
And what ways you can find that is causing that.
Okay. Yeah, I kind of remember the activity where we try to figure out how we're feeling and maybe write down the emotions so we
Right.
can understand it better. Okay.
Right, like the why aspect to the emotion.
So, should I bring in the frustration and irritation part and try to label them?
Right, you mentioned that you feel a mix of both, right? So, emotional wheel might help you with choosing that one particular emotion that, okay, I feel this way because of what?
Yeah, I remember doing this activity.
Right, and you don't have to feel stuck or you don't have to think that, oh, why am I always feeling stuck? We can always feel stuck and hold on to hope as well.
Correct. And I think honestly, I've never thought like this. I've always thought in a one direction way. I've never tried thinking both ways. So
Right.
I think this will really help me change my thoughts like that.
Yeah, so from now onwards, we can hold on to both at the same time.
Yeah, I will definitely try that.
Right. So let's try working on that as well.
Sure.
Right. And for this week, I would like to give you 2 homeworks. Okay. So the first one is where, like, you remember a moment or any situation you were in where you felt even 10% more grounded. It could be like maybe you challenged a thought, right? And the second one is that that's something you wish someone said to you before a big event or a big situation. Like, for example, in your interview, maybe just before you go for an interview.
Okay, so I have to come up with think of words that I want to hear before my
Like what a person would say or what would you like to hear just before going to a big event.
Sure, I'll definitely give it a try.
Right, and the next session we'll try a mock interview round or session as well, right, so that we know better.
Yeah, I think that will also help me make myself more confident. I'll also come prepared for it then.
Right, yeah.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Thank you so much. See you next week.